Hello, and welcome to Discovery Storytime, where today the science is easy. You may notice that the weather is changing, is about to change. We go from bright, sunny days to drizzly, rainy days. But you know what I like about a good rainy day? It's the perfect time to kick back and do some science. Oh, you may have seen my little instrument here. So what I have got is a rain gauge. And the only thing you need to do a rain gauge is a couple of simple supplies and to know what it is. You want to learn about a weather with me? So our rain gauge here is an actual tool used to measure the rainfall in an area. What I'm using is I have a simple plastic bottle that I have cut the top off using scissors or a knife, and I filled the bottom with a little bit of sand and a little bit of water to add weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this outside, wait for a downpour, and then measure the rainfall over time. And in order to do that, I've also marked off in inches the increments here. So if I leave it for a day, for 3 hours, or just to measure the rainfall of a particular fall storm, I can leave this outside, collect it, and then see where the water level has risen. Maybe it's an inch, maybe it's an inch and a half, and that tells me how much rain has fallen. And the use of that is knowing how much rain is coming from up there to down here. You may think an inch of rain, not very much. But if you have an inch of rain in this small area of a little plastic jar, look around you. That inch of rain has fallen everywhere in your yard, maybe even everywhere in your whole city. That is a whole lot of water. So, because measuring rain takes a whole lot of time, what we're going to do is wait. And there's no more perfect way to wait than with a good book. So, let's read a book together. Our book today is This Beautiful Day by Richard Jackson, illustrated by Suzy and used with permission by Athenian Books, which is part of Simon & Schuster. This beautiful day has everyone dancing and spinning and swinging around, has all of us stamping and stomping our feet on the ground, headed outside. This beautiful day has all of us skipping and singing and calling aloud, are whistling and whooping enough for a crowd. This beautiful day, so great for parading, like the rain has ended, for cartwheeling fun, or hiding and seeking. Out go the umbrellas. Or gliding and sliding in this marigold sun. High-fiving, and yes, we're aliving. Teetering, tottering, everyone clapping. Even toe-tapping, napping at last. So after the rain, you notice how much green we've got here on this house. Then snacking, doodly slurp, doodly burp, doodly do and doodly dee all together. Oh yes. In this perfect weather, on this beautiful day, oh say, can you say this beautiful day? Off go the habits. The end. Our project today will be doing a little bit of gravity art rain painting. The supplies you'll need for this are some glue, a sheet of paper. Construction paper works great, although any paper should do. Cotton balls, 2 mats, pads, or plates, a small cup or bowl of water, an eyedropper, or a fork, or a chopstick, a little bit of food coloring or paint. You might also need some tape. You could also use a marker and crayons. And we're going to use a few books here to create a ramp. So step one is to put some cotton balls onto your piece of paper. You're going to put the glue down and just dot the cotton balls, and those will be our clouds. Next, you're going to want to tape that piece of paper to one of your trays or plates. There, firmly attached. Next, we're going to want to color our water to make it look like we want. In this case, we're trying to make it look like rain coming out of these clouds, so we're going to use good old blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. All right, we're going to make it nice and thick, hopefully, to get that color to stain the page. Mix that up with my pipette. And I'm going to try to elevate our ramp here. You can try this as an experiment at different angles to see how many drops it takes to get the colored water to roll down the page. Let's go ahead and build our ramp. You think that's steep enough? Let's try one a little bit higher. Okay, so the important part is that you've got your elevated tray, but you've also got a plate or bowl or something at the bottom to catch the runoff. And now we have our elevated tray. So what we're going to do is to use the pipette to suck up the water. We're going to drip it. You can drip it on the clouds or just below, 1 drop at a time, until it rolls down the page. Let's go ahead and try that. You'll notice that it doesn't immediately roll down the page. It gets bigger and bigger until there it goes. Let's try it again. We drip and the bubble gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it rolls down the page. Now the reason that happens is that water has something called surface tension. And surface tension means that when you have drops of water like this, the top where it meets the air, bonds together, holding it in place. And it will do that until it's overcome by gravity. Gravity is the force pulling down on the water. The more mass of water we have, the more likely gravity will run its course and pull the drop down. Now when you have real rain, it's working against the same force, gravity. What it does is it gathers up here in the clouds, little bits at a time through evaporation. Those are little droplets of water in the air. And then as more and more gathers, they begin to stick together, like our little bubbles here. They get bigger and bigger until they are too big. Gravity takes over and pulls them down. Go ahead and try this fun little artistic exercise on your own. Your water doesn't even have to be blue. Well, that's it for today's Discovery Storytime. I hope you learned something, had a little fun, and are willing to come back next time and see what we've got in store. Now I'm going to go check our rain gauge to see how much rain has fallen. Have a nice day.